Aly Wagner is the first ever woman to be an announcer for a Men's World Cup on US television. I spoke to Aly via Skype from the Fox Sports studios in LA about what the experience has been like for her so far. I want to know, what has it been like to be the first woman to call a Men's World Cup game? Do you feel like there's been more pressure on you to perform in a certain way?
Coming into this, my feeling was there's a ton of pressure, but it's not because I'm a woman, it's because we're calling the biggest sporting event in the world. Once I got into it now, I think I've started to realize that it is a big deal and that it does change perceptions.
This World Cup has seen women being criticized for the pitch of their voice and also has seen female journalists being harassed or even groped on camera. What do you think needs to change to stop that kind of thing from happening?
Respect. There's a ton of respect for the most part, I think, but you're going to have some one-offs that treat any situation like a bar situation, and it's not okay.
How do you deal with the trolls who have been criticizing your expertise or just coming up with all of those sort of tropes that you hear as a woman about sounding wrong?
I've played in 2 World Cups, 2 Olympics. As much as Sunday soccer followers maybe think they know more, it's almost humor. Look, I've carried triplets, gone into preterm labor. Trolls on the internet is something that daunts me.
You've got a lot of support too. How does that feel to see women who are so excited? I know when I heard a woman's voice in one of the first matches I was watching, I was like, who is it? Oh my God, who is it? And it made me realize that how strange it was that I hadn't heard that before.
I'm humbled by this role and by the support that's been there. It's changing the norms of our expectations of what we think we're hearing.
Have you ever been tempted when you have been calling a game to do one of those really over-the-top goals with like 50 O's?
I would be tempted, but my partner, Derek Gray, would probably kick me out of the booth. That's his job. He gets
That's his
calls.
job.
He's much more poetic than I, so I let him handle it.
Last question, who do you think is going to win the whole thing?
I had France when we came into the tournament. They are so loaded. And you often see teams that peak early on. In England, for instance, they've had an easier path. Teams that peak early on oftentimes peter out or they get the upset. But I do think England is, counter to my point, I think they're a dark horse.
I hope so, because my parents are British and this means a lot to my dad, so I will tell him you said that. You know, all fingers crossed, we'll see.